Okay, everybody, welcome back again to In the Pit. So I got my dad's landing gear doors on here. I'm just gonna show you. I had made all these, so sorry, out of frame here. I'm an amateur. Give me a break. So there's a wire. There's a wire here on that's glued onto the wing sheeting. And then I have, man, it takes a lot. Oh, we gotta come way in here. I got a brass tube that's epoxied onto the top of the landing gear inner strut, inner door cover. Not the inner door, but you know what I mean. Just put your blind guy showing you something. So this basically is supposed to go on here. In the middle. Oops, sorry. Ziggity ziggy. Gotta do a little bit of, might have to just splice here a bit. Just give that door a little curl so it'll fit. I don't kind of like this thing, but like the real one. I don't know if you can see the little pins there. There's the struts that are actually spring loaded, so when the landing gear leg will be up here, the strut, and then there's the little doodad brackies. I forget what we call those things, but anyways, that'll hold that leg to it, and they're spring loaded, so they can adjust. And then my doors, I did my doors, inner doors, and then I'm using I think it's the Robarts removable hinges sockets. So I can also just, if I need to adjust the gear door a little bit, I can, swivel it here, tighten her down. Sorry about that, it's kind of jiggly. Little brackets off a little electric airplane on there, and then I'll work it from here. Show you here. So then in here, this the servo inside here will work those doors. That rod will come up with a clevis onto there, but I have to playing around with it. Another job I gotta do is just cut these corners off, because I don't know how much movement it's gonna need, but they kind of, you see through here, they get kind of close there. Might be okay, might not. My dad had so he had the mains were air operated. Got the cylinders in the back. He had on his little TAG lathe, he made the machined up little brackets. I don't know where he got these cylinders from. And then they'll hook up to the retract unit that'll be over in the bay here. And then the servo adjusted, had the servo worked these legs, and then of course when the landing gear retracts, it sucks down those, and it actually, his was worked out that it would cycle, so when she's sitting on the ground, she's sitting all dirty like that, because well, this wouldn't be, that would be about like that door, say. So when the engine starts up and you build up some oil pressure or hydraulic pressure, it sucks up the inner gear door Okay, so then when you hit the retracts, this has to cycle first, open up about there or so. The landing gear cycles down, and then these close. So after his flight, his actually would open, doot. I don't know now if it would, how he did it, but on static display, when she's sitting there, I'm pretty sure these hung open, just like the real one did. It didn't cycle back up. I'll have to look into that, but he had some mixer or something for it, but we'll get into that. Anyways, epic fail. I took my, sorry about that. So I took my drawn. Oops. We got our ash backwards. So this is my drawn off my plane. I think we started showing you that. Lined everything up. Lined everything all up. Taped her in place. Took some tracing paper. Alright. Stuck it under here to draw the center lines and the shape of the blisters. Well, tracing paper doesn't like writing on all the paint I laid down there. But we did get our center line there. Hang on, guys. Girls, pull this gear off so we don't have any. Nobody uses a finger. These ones will stay on. And then basically center line there. I dropped it down because it didn't look centered to me, and I just scribed it there a bit. Okay. Took my drawing. Oops. See, told you there's gonna be an accident. I didn't do anything with these gears. Okay. I know, it's a pain in the butt getting moved around like that. So then we take our drawing we had. Took our drawing we had, same process. Lined up his gear doors, what I had. Yada yada. Scribed the center lines. Of course, I got center lines. Center lines kind of showed up. Well, actually, looking in the camera, I can see everything. And then center lines there. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go for a ride over here. We're gonna grab our, where he is? Oh, big finger, fat fingers. Oop, lost one. Sorry about that, guys and girls. Man, it's hard to put shit in front. Now I know nobody's watching it. It's a pain in the ass. This kid doesn't know what he's doing. So we got our boobies. Got all our boobies. More boobies. And we're gonna... Where the hell are you? We're gonna take our boobies that we had 3D printed, kind of like the gun barrels and stuff. And we're gonna cut a lot of this out. Cut it out to look like that profile. Get the gun in here. Cut it out that profile, and I'll show you kind of how we do that, and with some sandpaper, just stuck over the leading edge, and we cut out as much of this waste as we can, and stick it over the leading edge, get a good fit, until we kind of get that idea. Ion mine, hot glued mine, and then just put a bit of filler around the edges, and we'll leave her at that. And then, like I said before, I think, because they're all with the same barrel, I'm gonna cut this stuff off, put brass tubes in so I can stagger them. I will try and find my dad's guns to compare everything to. Alright, so we'll leave it at that for the day and come back later on. It's lunchy time for my old belly. Alright, have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later.